welcome back to our weekly forecast. We're going to go over some of the astrological weather report kind of things that are going on for this week. We missed last week, but we're coming back and we're going to discuss what's going to go on this week. So Mary, take it away.
All right, so we are in Libra season. This is for October 1st through October 7th. So the sun will be at 7 degrees of Libra, which is a Libra degree. It'll move through the 13th degree, which is an Aries degree. We're coming off of a full moon in Aries, which happened yesterday. The moon will be moving through Taurus, then Gemini and Cancer. Mercury in Virgo finally enter Libra after its recent retrograde that happens on the 5th of this week. And Mars will still be in Libra, and its sign of detriment goes from 22 degrees to 26 degrees this week. Venus is almost out of Leo. I think the last week of being in Leo will be this week. And Jupiter and still retrograding in Taurus. Saturn retrograding in Pisces will reach the 1st degree. Uranus is retrograding in Taurus at the 22nd degree, which is kind of a challenging one as well.
And it's been doing that.
Yes, because it moves so slowly. So, the 22nd degree is the whole kill or be killed thing. But it's like a more difficult degree. Pisces, Neptune in Pisces is retrograde still, which it seems like it's been there forever. All of October. Pluto is still retrograde. So many retrogrades this week. Chiron in Aries will be retrograding back to the 17th degree.
But Pluto, this is the last week of Pluto retrograde.
Yeah, and then eventually Pluto will be entering Aquarius in January of next year. That should be pretty interesting. But
Power to the people.
Yeah, exactly. But it does have to go through the anaretic degree again, unfortunately.
A couple more times too.
Yeah, it'll go like 2 more times or 3 more times. Overall, we're definitely probably gonna start feeling the eclipse energy this week, especially coming off of the full moon. It kind of like initiated the season of eclipses. Usually with eclipses, we start feeling them like a couple of weeks in advance, and then the effects last for 6 months afterwards. So we'll talk more about them like the closer that we get. For the most part, there's going to be some pretty intense stuff that we could be feeling this week, which is all normal. Also, probably lots of changes regarding our relationships because we're in Libra season. There's a focus on that. Venus is also going to make a square to Uranus a 3rd time, so expect sudden shakeups in your relationships and even financially. Be wary when it comes to like overspending or making rash financial decisions as well. So that goes exact on Tuesday the 3rd. Saturn will make an inconjunct to Mercury, quincunx. That goes exact on Thursday the 5th. We've got 2 other quincunxes or inconjuncts. Venus and Pluto on the 6th and Sun and Jupiter on the 7th. It's interesting with the inconjunct aspect. I feel like it's the most misunderstood one, and it's kind of hard to explain.
It is. I don't even understand it.
From what I know about it, it's like an opportunity for spiritual growth between 2 planets that have nothing in common.
Yeah.
Which is why they form that aspect. I don't know. Do you know anything about it here?
As we started off, I told these two that I'm only going to do the Ptolemaic aspects, but I did used to do some of these more modern aspects. My understanding from the inconjunct is, like you say, I mean, if they don't have an element or a mode in common, it's kind of like in order to do, let's take Saturn and Mercury. Ordinarily, you'd say some sort of either maybe support for communication or restriction on communication or something. But with the inconjunct, it's kind of like, yeah, it'll be like that, but it's weird,
It is weird. It's hard to define.
It's hard to adjust as well. Even a square would be, you would have more ability to work out some conflict between, let's say that's an authority who's restricting your speech or your writing or something like that. But here with the inconjunct, it may just be like, I don't know how to work it out, or whatever the solution is just...
It's not going to come to you easily, and It's hard to predict. It's hard to predict and to define. You're right. That's the way I see it too. And it's kind of like where you have to let the universe surprise you, I think, in a way.
So I feel like it's going to be like a pretty challenging, confusing energy all week.
Yeah, because we've also got Mars in conjunct Uranus too to start off the week on the 1st. We do have Black Moon Lilith entering the sign of Virgo on Wednesday the 4th. So Lilith has been in Leo for a while. Lilith has like a weird transit, kind of like Chiron. It's going to be in Virgo until I believe 2024. So a long time. Lilith was in Leo. So Leo and Virgo are very different energies. Leo is very kind of demanding attention and very comfortable expressing itself and being seen, whereas Virgo is more like behind the scenes intellectual energy. I think that that's going to bring a shift. Everyone would feel it, but just depending on where you have Virgo in your chart. We also have the asteroid Psyche entering Sagittarius.
It's going to be fun.
I'm looking forward to the Lilith thing because it's my Lilith return, Virgo Lilith. Apparently it can bring some issues to your awareness where like you're not really speaking up for yourself. I just made a video about it. I thought that was pretty interesting. And we also have Venus trining the North Node on Monday, which will be nice, the 2nd. And Mars opposing the North Node, a little bit more challenging. Goes exact on Wednesday the 4th.
I have a thought about that based on our earlier conversation about the quincunxes and the difficulty. When I was doing my notes before, Mars conjunct the South Node, it's kind of could be a pouring out of energy or like just kind of like a waste of your activity or something like that. Because you're just being drained. And that could be from, I always love when the aspects kind of fit with each other. So it could be you're spinning your wheels trying to make these adjustments that are just not easily
you're kind of
made.
like working against some tough energies with the South Node and how draining it is. I don't know when Mars finally leaves Libra, but I can't wait because I don't really like Mars in Libra, and at least it'll be in domicile.
I don't like Mars in Libra either.
Yeah, Mars in Libra is really challenging. And I just think, honestly, Libra placements right now are really going through it. It's leading to good things. Like, whereas before they were able to, like, avoid stuff and brush things under the rug, they cannot do that anymore. I feel like Libras really are stepping into their villain era. And by villain era, I mean that the people-pleasing and the standing up for themselves is, starting to happen more, where people-pleasing is stopping.
But it's going to be a challenge for a little while when Venus goes into, we've been talking about this Venus going into Virgo.
Both planets in detriment. It's going to be interesting.
Mars is going into Scorpio on the 11th.
Of October? Mm-hmm. Oh, well, that's pretty soon then.
Yep.
So we'll
That'll be good.
Thank God for that. I like Mars in Scorpio. Venus in Libra, of course, is going to be a lot better than Virgo, although Virgo is my first house. Hopefully I'll be filling myself. Probably not.
It's going to be my 10th house, so that's going to be fun.
Freaking Virgo, man. Venus and Virgo, I can't with them. I feel like...
When does it go? Because if Venus is going into Virgo next week...
It's going to feel like the blink of an eye, though, just zips through Virgo because of how long it's been in Leo.
Well, I think
true.
I'm already getting a bonus into my personal income, I found out today. So
oh yeah, because it's your second house.
Go Venus. She's like, yeah,
thanks,
come
Venus.
on.
Thanks, girl.
The other thing I noticed though is that it does look like Mars and Venus will be sextile for a little bit next week, right?
Ooh,
Mars and Venus.
Energy.
So that's good because Venus can help Mars out a bit. I mean, she's been sextile, at least by sign for a while. It is helpful when the ruler can, because she's in charge there in Libra. So it is helpful when the ruler can make the final decision in a house, especially when a malefic is there tearing things up around there.
I almost wish Venus was already in Libra when we're going to have the eclipse on the 14th.
Yeah,
but
that's going to be...
At least Mars will be in Scorpio. So.
Yeah, so one end of the eclipse will have tools to work with.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes because...
Where's Mercury going to be?
Mercury is going to be, I think, in Libra.
Yeah, it's going in on the 4th.
It would have been cool if they were all in domicile. True.
It's got to take what we can get.
It doesn't even matter with all the retrogrades, to be honest. I feel like that cancels it all out. retrograde energy. It's like impossible to do. Everything feels like it's like you're fighting through so much inertia. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like
I tend to like the things start happening for me in retrogrades, but you know what? It doesn't surprise me because I'm like backwards girl. Like everything's always just opposite or something for me.
Well,
like
for me, like with Venus in retrograde, I started a whole relationship.
for me, I hated life because it's my 12th house, tormenting.
It was in his 12th house. He was fine.
Ugh, I hate it. I cannot wait like for Venus to go into my first house because
I liked Venus. I'm
I've
gonna
just
miss.
like been wearing sweatshirts 24/7 because of Venus being in my 12th house. It's been so weird.
Yeah, you're gonna like it. I'm gonna miss Venus in Leo.
Hey, I feel like it's better in your second house though than the first
Well,
because it brings you money.
I need it in my second house.
I'm
Yeah,
excited about Psyche going into Sagittarius. I've enjoyed it being in Scorpio, but I think that'll bring, because Psyche, it talks about transformation in your hero's journey. So that's going to bring like kind of a fun, whereas the Psyche in Scorpio was like deep, dark transformation. This is going to be more fun and like philosophical.
do you know how long it's staying there?
It seems like it moves pretty slow. Not as
Yeah,
slow as like Uranus or anything, but it was in Scorpio for a long time.
Neptune. I feel like Neptune. Honestly, I feel like nobody talks about Neptune because of like the energy of Neptune is just so like confusing.
It just stays
And
in the same spot for like 5 years.
like people forget about Neptune. I
Until
feel like
it
it's been there
transits your
forever.
planets.
Yeah, don't let it transfer your what's it called? Transition. What's the word?
Transit.
Transit your Saturn.
Or your
Don't let it.
moon. Let me tell you,
Yeah.
It already did for me.
Just
and-
don't let it. Don't say no.
Oh yeah, okay, we'll say no.
let me back up a little bit to that. When I asked about Mercury, I forgot why I asked about it, but the thing is, and I know this, we're not talking about the eclipses yet, but the thing to remember, even though Venus will be in detriment, since Mercury will be in Libra, there is, how do you call it? No, I can't think about it.
Transit?
You know it. No. You know,
I wasn't listening. I just lost my train of thought, and then I was like, "Oh, she's not thinking it. She's forgetting what I forgot."
no, you know, it's what do you call it? It's like reciprocity. You know,
That sounds right.
what is the word? Anyway, you know what I mean. Mercury rules
Oh.
Virgo and Venus mutual
Whatever.
reception. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that actually is a mitigating factor for
Yay. We can take we could use all the
We'll
help
take it.
we'll take it. I've got a Libra moon and it's been weird. It's been weird. The South Node in Libra has been weird, although it's not even remotely close to my moon. My moon's at the beginning
I
of
think it's strong. I think when it hit Libra and Aries, I think it just kicked things off.
It's going to happen in my second house. So either I'm going to get lots of money or I'm going to lose lots of money. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe my sense of self-worth will increase. I don't know. You know, I'm curious with the Aries eclipse coming after that. I think actually, isn't there like a Taurus Scorpio one more?
Yes,
And then
I'm already feeling that.
yeah, so I hated that one. Those were the worst for me. I did
Me
not
too.
like because of that axis in my chart. We'll see. You know, it's my 8th house is Aries, so is someone gonna die? Hopefully someone I don't like. I'm just kidding. I never get that lucky. That's pretty dark. But
Dark. So this is Saturn Siren. So
yeah,
what did I ask
exactly.
you? What did I ask you, Mary, before we started recording? If Saturn's nice to me, does that mean I'm a demon?
I don't know, man, but can you, like, seriously, I feel like you're, like, reminding me of my son, too, because he's been acting pretty demonic lately. I'm just like, is it the 8th house moon finally showing up, opposing Pluto? Like, it's like, we'll, like, kind of, like, spank him on his butt, and he, like, likes it, and he's just, like, laughing. And I'm just like,
He's like, I
I
dare
always
you.
forget that we don't have to censor here like we do on TikTok. So we could like cuss, we could talk about stuff that TikTok would ban us for. And I feel like I should take more advantage of that.
Anyway.
But yeah, so it should be an interesting week.
Good luck, everybody.
Yeah, so lay low during the full moon or after the full moon, and we will connect again next week.
All right.
All right.
Thanks for
Bye,
tuning
everyone.
in. Bye.
Bye.